Whoa, hold up. You're telling me Ronald Reagan, the man whose wife facilitated the Just Say No campaign that decimated urban communities that were mainly black, quote unquote, with the war on drugs. You mean to tell me that guy was racist? I'll be darned. Whoa. I think I need to reevaluate everything in life right now. Guys, we got this article coming to us from CBS News, and in the biggest duh in recorded history, Reagan called African UN delegates monkeys in newly released recording with Nixon. He was talking to Nixon at that. Oh my goodness. This is written by Paula Reed. Surprising audio recordings have surfaced of a phone conversation nearly half a century ago between President Richard Nixon and future President Ronald Reagan. The recordings were released by the National Archives, and they captured the men using racist language. Oh, I'm sorry. No shit. You're gonna catch them using racist language, particularly back then. Come on, man. There's Nixon in the center, the Reagan on the left, and I'm not sure who on the right. President Richard Nixon recorded himself talking to Ronald Reagan in October 1971, when Reagan was the governor of California. It was the day after the United Nations voted to recognize the People's Republic of China. Reagan called Nixon at the White House to vent his frustration at African delegates who celebrated the vote. Last night, I tell you, to watch that thing on television, as I did, to see those monkeys from those African countries, damn them, they're still uncomfortable wearing shoes. Oh my God. Okay, just for the record, if you don't know why I laugh so hard, I have no love for Africa. I am an American. My family's been here since slavery, and the deal is that, well, they never sent a single ship for us, now didn't they? And actually, quite a few of them sold our ancestors into slavery. So when it comes to the, oh my goodness, Pan-African and gotta be, you know what I'm saying, black and I'm proud and we are Africa type nonsense, I don't play that game. Nah, not over here. And that's pretty hilarious, honestly. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation said Wednesday if he said that 50 years ago, he shouldn't have, and he would be the first to apologize. I'm pretty sure he would now, but I mean, that's because of the way that public sentiment went 50 years ago. Yeah, that flies. I'm sorry, but he probably could have got some votes off of that. After talking with Reagan, Nixon called Secretary of State William Rogers and adopted Reagan's racist language. But that's the thing, Nixon was a racist himself. It's not like he needed Reagan there for inspiration. He saw these cannibals on television last night, and he says, Christ, they weren't even wearing shoes. And he says the United States is going to submit its fate to that, Nixon said. Later that month, Nixon laughed at these comments from his best friend, Bebe Rebozo. That reaction on television was that it proves how they ought to be still hanging from the trees by their tails, Rebozo said. Woof! Even in 1971, that language would have been shocking to the general public. I sincerely doubt it. There wouldn't, I wasn't around for that. That's literally 10 years before my birth. But yeah, I sincerely doubt it. President Trump has been under fire for his own. See, and here CBS go with they're calling his tweets racist. They're not racist comments. His comments haven't been racist. Really dead that, man, because that is just a false narrative altogether. In tweets recently, on Tuesday, he said he is the least racist person there is in the world. And with all the photos of all the quote-unquote black celebrities and people he's rubbed shoulders with, honestly, I kind of believe him. I'm going to be real. I do believe that, President Trump isn't a hate monger. He's not a racist. I don't really think he's a bigot. I think, if anything, he may have he has a tendency maybe towards like, those of less economic means, such as ourselves. Like he don't even know we exist. But but as far as those who are in the upper echelons, and there are plenty of people of color, quote unquote, in those upper echelons, in the higher socioeconomic brackets, that he deals with, works with all the time, and seems to get along with, or at least seemed to get along with, before everyone decided, yeah, he's the worst thing to happen to America since freaking the internment camps, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure. But either ways, doesn't it strike you as weird though that up until 2016 he was just Donald Trump, celebrity guy everybody knew? Now he's the greatest evil to have ever happened. Come on, man. I mean, Jesus. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. I'm not scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Like, this can't be a surprise. This shouldn't be a surprise if you bring context into it, because you're talking about the 1970s. We're right after the Civil Rights Act, and all these uppities coming up, being in the United States. I mean, it's like, yes, like Reagan's gonna call Nixon and he gonna talk some shit about black people. It is what it is. It was what it, or better yet, it was what it was. But if you feel as if there's ample reason to be emotional about this or feel any kind of way about this, I would love to have you in the comments telling me off, because I mean, I'm not seeing it. So with that being said, until the next one.